Accessing requested files. Please stand by. Constructed in the year 2645 and originally a Condor-class freighter under the name of the Headhunter, Calridian's pre-war designation was as an unarmed cargo hauler under the command of civilian Captain Alice River. Fugitive, smuggler, and con artist, Captain River would use this ship for various criminal activities across the galaxy before her arrest in 2667, attempting to smuggle weapons into Tharsis City. Headhunter was placed in impound and scheduled for scrapping before being stolen only 3 days later by Nate Cooper, renamed the Calridian, and heavily modified for wartime service. At a length of 89 meters, the space frame of the Calridian is tall, robust, and falls just short of the required length for a Class D starship license, making it short enough to be accommodated by most starports and stations. The modular nature of the Condor class also makes the ship easy to upgrade and maintain, even on the move. Significant changes were made to the Calridian's interior space, swapping cargo space for an onboard workshop, armory, combat information center, medical bay, laboratory, and other facilities across the ship's 7 decks. The Calridian is armed with 4 Lethia Corp X-36 laser turrets, which can be used for either high-power bursts in ship-to-ship combat or for low-power rapid-fire shots ideal for fighter screening or point defense. These guns are complemented by a pair of wing-mounted Dynamo G-22 double-barrel siege cannons capable of inflicting significant damage to ships and structures alike. Both cannons are gimbaled and capable of being aimed downward up to 45 degrees. This makes them ideal for strafing ground targets, but requires significant power draw from Calridian's reactor core, often demanding that power be shunted from other systems for sustained fire. For added survivability, the Calridian is also outfitted with a fully armored hull, swapping the ship's original civilian plating for ablative armor composites capable of withstanding or deflecting fire should the ship's power-hungry Dynamo A7 shield generator be disabled due to overheat or heavy fire. For operations away from the ship, Calridian flies with a fully stocked armory and rear cargo ramp for rapid deployment of ground troops, for which the ship houses a small contingent of Marines. The cargo bay is also large enough when empty to accommodate a single A-45 Jasper shuttlecraft, but is otherwise mostly used to store and service the ship's 2 away team hoverbikes and the captain's Honeystar 50 scooter. For sublight propulsion, the Calridian is outfitted with a Frontier Foundation F5 Mastodon engine block, allowing for the ship to achieve speeds between 500 meters per second on battle speed or up to Mach 18 during planetary ascent. These engines also allow the ship to operate within a planet's atmosphere and even perform complicated maneuvers. For interstellar travel, the ship also houses a standardized Mark 25 FTL jump drive capable of moving Calridian from one side of the galaxy to the other in 24 hours. The service record of the Calridian is lengthy, being one of the few ships to serve nearly the entire length of the Milky Way Civil War and performing small operations in the early months. Its first major deployment was during the First Battle of Aegis, where it served as a troop ferry and close air support craft, but was ultimately forced to flee during the USCM counterattack. For the next year, Calridian continued to see combat in smaller engagements leading up to the Battle of Parliament Station, where she served a pivotal role defending the station from boarding craft and later evacuating sovereign colonies' officials and dignitaries who would later pledge the support that the rebellion desperately needed. Calridian would go on to serve in a lengthy liberation campaign across the Formorian frontier and the Veils. This campaign would culminate in the siege and eventual fall of the planet Arcadia, where she suffered heavy damage, but ultimately emerged to fight another day. Arcadia would from there serve as Calridian's home port for the remainder of the war. During the 2-year ceasefire, Calridian would undergo several retrofits, including the installation of a teleportation relay, allowing one person to be transported to any location within a 2,000-kilometer range in a near instant. This function does not see any tremendous amount of use, however, due to its significant power drain, long recharge time, and complicated operation. Calridian also received new FTL communications equipment allowing for near-instant galaxy-wide communication, several new crew members including a new pilot, ground troops, engineers, as well as several comm jamming additions. After USCM forces broke the ceasefire during the Arcadia Memorial incident, Calridian was immediately brought back into service to destroy a USCM weapons platform and shortly thereafter to take part in the highly classified Commander Miller's Run. As the war continued, Calridian was eventually upgraded with a heat-masking stealth system, allowing her to undertake deep recon missions into USCM space, including the Sol system. This would later prove invaluable during the now infamous Tharsis hack and Operation Vulcan. Though she was now capable of stealth reconnaissance, Calridian still saw heavy combat during the Mars Fleet Crisis and other operations leading to the eventual fall of the USCM during the Battle of Luna. When peace broke out, Captain Nathaniel Cooper retained ownership of the Calridian, and as of 2678, the ship remains under his command. Though originally an unarmed cargo transport, the Calridian has proven its resilience and reliability time and time again, not only overcoming odds thought impossible, but also becoming a home to all those who would fly aboard her. And the odds are that Calridian will continue to be a symbol of hope and freedom to all corners of the galaxy.